All right. I am live on YouTube and live on Twitch. So good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Peak. Wow. So I did a little more work on that Peak mod pack. Not enough, but you know, I say not enough. I'm not 100% happy with how it's turned out. Um, you're probably going to hear me speculating on more ways to improve it as I continue. But I will be playing more of that zombie survival shit. Um, yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna continue testing out the fucking zombie survival pack. We'll see how it goes. Um, yeah, we'll see if I'm happy with the current state of things. Yeah, with all that said, I am going to go ahead and take my meds. If you guys have meds to take, you should do that now. I'll be washing mine down with a strawberry pop lost and found energy drink. Ooh. And I've got my bullshit, my vitamins. Yeah. Also, I have actually worked up the energy to do a decent amount of research. Hey, how you doing, Max? Yeah, I have worked up the energy to do a decent amount of research into colleges, specifically like international programs and all that. Um and if I just hop over here, I originally got like a list of, okay. There was a list of like the top 50 schools in Europe when it comes to game design and animation. Yeah. I took 20 in like countries that I want to. I'm repeating constantly. That's not good. Like, is that a tech issue or just how I'm talking? Anyway, top 50 list. I got it down to top 20 for the countries I want to be in. Really weird echo. Lovely. What the fuck would that be? It's not like I'm listening to my own mic. It wouldn't be. I mean, I could be listening to my own mic. I'm not hearing it. But yeah. Or at least I'm not hearing it on the Wavelink app. Anyway, I went through and tried to find all of the like international student pages for these colleges. Words are overlapping 3 times at the same time. What? Not hearing it on YouTube. That might be a you issue. Do you have the stream open in multiple tabs? Because as far as I can tell, I'm doing fine. I went through and checked, oh, now it's good. Okay. I guess that's fine then. Anyway, looking at all of these colleges, went through, checked, tried to find international student things. My list of 20 immediately halved. Just because it seems like most of these like institutions just do not want to accept international students for some reason. There's still one or two institutions in all of the like countries on my list, but you know, wild. I'm also dealing with Hayaka, the fun thing of application period for at least two of these universities, but I'm going to assume it's more universal than I'm seeing. Is the 7th through 21st of this month. Because of course it is. So I have to get a ton of information in by Wednesday. So I'm going to have a fun several days. Anyway. We are back with the zombie survival mod pack I've been working on. I'm still, like, working on it. Yeah. I don't know if I'm 100% happy with where the, like, settings are at. We're gonna see, because we're gonna do a proper daily peek. Instead of, like, some full-on beta testing here. My body works great. Okay. I'll say, every time I launch with the mod manager, I feel like my computer is laggier than otherwise. Which is wild, because, like, I'm not even in the game. None of the mods should be doing anything. Hell yeah. Anyway, zombies time. Zombies survival, like Attorneys General, but different. And here's the thing. It's been since yesterday. I don't 100% remember what all the settings are. So we are going to have a little bit of fun with me not remembering how long I have until I'm in danger. Should be fine. It's like a minute, I think. I'm 90% sure I put in a minute as the time. So I've got a minute. I think. You know what, real quick? Ooh, I just tried to alt-tab out of the game real quick. And boy, is it... Ooh! Ooh, my PC does not like me right now. Wow. I was just gonna make sure that my resolution is turned down on all the video. Ooh. I went for strong zombies because lots of zombies likes to murder my computer even harder than it's already having problems right now. At least I'm pretty sure. There's a chance... Okay. I either went for strong or I went for, like, simulating a lot without there actually being a lot. I do not remember when I set these guys to start showing up. I am legit a little freaked out. Granted, I am assuming that the mod is working. There's always the chance it's not. At which point, I think this just becomes a normal daily peak if the mod isn't working. Which is a possibility. This looks better. Are the settings for the mod manager higher than my default settings? Like, if I run the game vanilla, does it use a separate... It might. It might do. Just a laggier daily peak. Oh, my computer's a lot happier with me now. Okay, yeah. Twitch is at 160p. YouTube is still trying to show me my own stream in full resolution. Should not be doing that. And let me double check the configs of Peak Zombies. Let's see... No, that would be towards the top, wouldn't it? Zombies per spawn 1, initial spawn delay 40 seconds. And they should be showing up every 20 seconds in a radius of 50 around my me. So where are they? Like, am I just too good? What? Did I break the mod pack yesterday and then just, like, give up and leave it? Because, I mean, I'll admit to that being something I may or may not do. Like, what? Could be somewhere around that far out. Like, it's not too far. I guess if you're including the y-axis, it would be pretty far. Ow. I may have fully broken the mod pack and then just left it. God damn. Okay. I'm gonna give it a restart real quick. God damn it. Okay, let me spawn 2 to start with, so we can just see if the mod is working at all to start. Blech. You love having to do some troubleshooting. Blah. Okay. Ascent 7. We have 2 zombies spawning in right to start. So we'll see if I like accidentally disabled it somehow. It is one of those things. I feel like I might have messed up the mods the other day and just left it. I don't know. Like, I thought I at least left the pack in working order. But I guess not. Where are they? Disable zombies is set to false. Yeah, I set the initial spawn count. What? What has happened? Where are they? Okay. Y'all, I apologize very much for the inconvenience. I have no idea what's going on here. I am just gonna go back to the vanilla game, and we're just gonna run default daily peak, because I don't know what's happening with the mod pack. Goddamn, first 20 minutes of the stream. Hate it. Okay, I'm gonna turn render scale back up to medium and leave everything else at low. Just because I legitimately do like it. I prefer it when it is at those lower... Oh, look, I'm default orange. The lower resolutions or whatever. Not resolution, lower quality settings, whatever. We're doing a default-ass daily peak. What the hell? What was up with that mod? Why can't I get it to work? I'm fine. It's fine, whatever. I'm very normal. This is not modded. Okay. Yes, I did have to, like, reality check whether or not the game was still modded. God, okay, I'm gonna be spending, like, the rest of my morning figuring that out. And then my afternoon, figuring out application stuff for the 10 colleges that are willing to accept international students. 10 colleges on my list, I guess. I'm gonna double check the 10 that weren't accepting just to make sure I'm not, like, stupid. But as far as I could tell, like, I want to get the applications out to the places that I know I can send applications to before I'm double checking the other places. Yeah. And we're gonna hope that at least 1 in 10 is like, yeah, sure, we'll take a stupid-ass American. Doesn't even know the language. And I'm also looking at online language learning options. Specifically, that one subreddit about learning languages seems to have a lot of resources. And I trust Reddit more than I trust most Google search results. Well, I trust the resources that the moderators of a Reddit dedicated to learning languages put out. As opposed to anything that I would find in any search engine. We're getting back to the days of the old internet where it's just like, I can't trust any of the fucking, like, phone books. Like, I need to find a phone book website. Because there's no easy way to just find things you need. It's exactly like the early internet, except, we used to have, you know, very powerful search engines that could take you to whatever information you needed. and they have been replaced with a machine that will spit out ads tangentially related to whatever you're looking for, but not useful. Also, there's a 50-50 that the ads are fake. They're just advertising a thing that doesn't exist, because that's a thing that can happen now, too. Don't we love the AI revolution? It's been so annoying, you guys. Sometimes those AI summaries at the top of search results are accurate. And other times they tell you to kill yourself because, you know, enough users on Reddit were just said that in response to a question that it added that to the fucking information. One Reddit user says, kill yourself. It's still the funniest AI mix-up thing that I've ever seen. You know, back in the early days, before they put filters on it to make sure the AI doesn't tell you to commit suicide. God. Oy. Anyway. Blech. I will also say, I'm vaguely remembering, oh, back to Mound Makers. One of those fun situations. Back when I was still on Mound Makers, like a couple days ago, I saw someone post, like, a bunch of people who were, like, high off their minds on Fent as, like, a fucking, just, like, a reaction gif. Is that, like, a normal thing to do? Because they were insisting it was normal, and I have never seen anyone do that, and it seems kind of insensitive to me. One of those, like, am I just on a weird, like, corner of the internet that still sees homeless people as people, or... Because it's one of those fun situations of, like... Oh, there is, like, a severe empathy deficit on the internet that I'm just not being exposed to, I guess. Because there are people who think that sending that as a reaction gif is normal and acceptable. Like, I've seen casual dehumanization of, like, the homeless on the internet, you know? Like, that happens, I'm not excited about it, but I see it. Like, that's happened in the environment around me enough that I know that it is a thing people do. Yeah, I've never seen anyone posting the fucking Fentlean gifs until just the other day. Like, what corner of the internet is doing that? I've seen people reference the Fentlean, but it's... right? I'm not crazy, that's like a wild thing to do, right? Just posting gifs of people high out of their minds? Who've been recorded non-consensually, presumably? Fucking weird. Like, that kind of stuff doesn't turn up on my mom's Facebook or anything, as far as I can tell. So I have to assume it's, like, at some deeper corners of Reddit or whatever, or like an X thing. I'm not on X, so maybe it's from there. I just don't know how to react to the twin revelations that is a thing that people do, and that there is a decent community of people out there who think it's normal to do that. It's like normal and fine and acceptable. Because both of those are upsetting realizations for entirely different reasons. You know? One of the big, like, I don't know, issues that I have with both the internet specifically and also society at large is that dehumanization is such a common thing, right? Because there's a lot of kicked and subbed? Liked. You liked and subbed. Okay. It's like, I'm not on Kick still, am I? Have I been streaming to Kick without realizing? No. Okay. Howdy, thanks for the like and sub. Yeah, one of my big issues with the internet as it is today is the, like, frequent and casual dehumanization that you'll find. Right? And it comes with the territory a little bit. Like, you know, early days of the internet, 4chan, entirely anonymous forum. So you're always arguing with, like, straw men or whatever, because there's no, like, history attached to any of these people. You have no idea, like, who they are outside of the one comment they have left you. Hey, nice. I have no idea who that is, but... yeah. So it's just going from, like, interaction to interaction, entirely anonymous people. It's hard to see people as human in that environment because they are just like posts. They are just, you know, words on the screen. But, like, that old internet mentality it keeps getting applied to new, like, forums, basically, new, like, versions of the internet, where things aren't quite like that anymore. Like, your X profile, your Reddit, your, fucking, Tumblr, your whatever. It has your entire history attached to it. All of them do. So it's like everyone is people, but there is a lot of people who are still interacting on the internet as if it's like you are nothing but this one message that I saw from you. Which sucks, because you're not American. I didn't... What? Anyway. Okay. Have fun with that. I don't know, do they use different social medias there? Whatever. I'm going on my own rant. You have fun. So, you'll find, like, okay. Anyway. Fucking... I've lost my train of thought. a lot of people will still interact with people online as if it is just like, you are this one message that I have seen. Which is a shame, because if you are willing to treat other people as people with histories, you can respond to them saying something racist by pulling up their fucking spousal abuse charges and posting that shit. Why the fuck do you have pronouns? And it's like, I don't know. Why'd you beat your wife, John? Like, that's a human person. You can blackmail them in so much more deeply personal ways. Don't forget that everyone has a history that you can pull up. That's not the message I'm trying to communicate here, but it is a thing you can do. But one of the things is there is a huge thing of like casual dehumanization in your interactions with other people online that I think starts to seep into your perception of the world. Because at least as I have seen it in America, a person is either like a brand or a straw man to people, where it's like, oh yeah, you are either like a full-fledged person, and you have like made a market off of that. Your personality is profitable, or you know, you just don't exist. You are a collection of arguments that I get to yell at you for. Both wild. Didn't say you did. What? Wait, fuck it. 9 year. Okay. I'm not having some. I don't know how to ban people on. Hide? Hide on channel? Sure. Welcome to Story Sprint, your weekly dose of Pixar-style animated stories from India. We bring fun, emotional, and moral-driven tales crafted for kids, parents, and young adults. What the fuck are you talking about? What? No way that account is just run by a 9-year-old. This is a business account. It's probably some AI bullshit. But yeah. Anyways, there is a casual dehumanization on a lot of the internet that I feel creeps into your, like, day-to-day interactions with people. Especially, like, you know, the homeless or otherwise down on their luck. Or anyone that you can really perceive as an other. And we are very good at perceiving people as others. It's a big skill. It comes with the territory. So one of the notable things you'll find is a lot of, like, people who are treating the homeless as, like, an obstacle. Yeah, who knows? Where it's like, ugh, I hate all of the, like, homeless people on my commute. And they say it with the same tone of, like, there are too many, like, pit traps on my way home from work. It's like, what? Because there's a lot of people who forget, seemingly, that the homeless are, like, actual people. It's like, they're in a shittier situation than you, sure, but like, there's just a casual dehumanization so prevalent in our society, that you end up seeing a lot of people who are like, yeah, homeless people are like sidewalk features, or animals basically. And it's just like, hey, if you get one bad medical bill, you could be sleeping on the street. Because I personally live in America, and that is a strong possibility. If you get too sick and can't work for a month, you could be on the street. I also remember seeing like a TikTok a little while ago from a person who was like recently made homeless, like living in their car, who was like kind of huddled up, and they were still like very recently homeless or whatever, but they were still like in there, that looked out their like rear view mirror, and it's like, oh, there's someone like on the street behind me, looks like a homeless person. Ew. Wait, I'm a homeless person. Like, it's just an instinctive disgust that has been like programmed into people of a type of person that like a lot of society has decided isn't a person anymore. That's not okay. Right? Like, that is not like an animal that you can take funny videos of. That's a person. And like, you're posting the fucking Fentanyl gif, as if that's like a fine thing to do, when it's like, no, that's a person in medical distress. That is not like an animal having a funny moment. I don't care how often you see that happening on the streets. Doesn't make it any more okay to just, like, fucking film that person to make it like a thing. There are 3 people in that, like, Fentanyl gif. Right? That is 3 people who have been, like, irrevocably tied to this, like, very dehumanized image of just, like, oh yeah, this is some druggies on the street that we're allowed to make fun of. It's like, hey, what if you are one of the people on that fucking image? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being in that situation? Someone recorded you on the street having, like, probably one of the worst times of your life. And it's just, like, on the internet, you see it 8 times a day. Like, again, not in the circles that I'm in, but apparently some people think that it's normal. Sorry, I've been dwelling on this, like, for the last couple days, and I have no idea what to think about it. Just because it is so... I don't know, maybe I humanize people too much, but I do think it is a wild thing to just post people who were having a medical episode in the street and be like, haha, isn't this funny? Especially because, at least fentanyl specifically, is something that most people don't want to do, including drug addicts. Who are, you know, also people, need I remind you. Where it's like, yeah, I once saw, like, a basically chain of operations, where a journalist was going back through and interviewing a few addicts and also their dealer, about fentanyl, and was like, all of the addicts were like, no, I try my best not to come across that stuff. I've got like testing kits for it and everything. I don't want to be consuming that because of how dangerous it is. Like, same thing for several other people. And then went to the drug dealer and was like, hey, how do you feel about, like, you know, fentanyl being on the streets? You're selling it potentially, like, what's the vibe there? And the guy was like, oh, I try my best not to buy any of that stuff, but it's kind of hard not to. Because it just gets put in everything. Anything that makes these en masse, it's an easy enough thing to formulate that they just shove it into stuff as basically like sawdust in bread. And like, it's not like it's gonna get regulated out because the drug is illegal anyway, you know? It's like every step of this is illegal, so why do I care about customer demand on this? Like, this is the thing. No one wants to be having that. A lot of people who are having that don't know they've been dosed with it. Like, it sucks. All of it sucks. And like, I feel like I'm giving people too much benefit of the doubt to be like, do you not know? Like, do you think addict is a separate species of primate? And you just could never be one, could never know one? Like, what's going on? I don't know. I don't know. I do my best to counter some of the dehumanizing narratives that you'll find in, like, media, both, like, in my own head and in other people that I meet and all that. But, like, there's only so much you can do. Now, I just don't know. I barely know what to think about it, you know? That looks like the fog. I'm probably not making nearly fast enough time. This is a very viney map today. Ugh. Right. Fuck. Alright, not good. Really not good. Okay, Ami bragging about how fucking God likes them or whatever. Ami bragging about being the fucking favorite. The favorite child of the peak gods. I don't know. I'm out here having distressing dialogues with myself about dehumanization on the internet. Oh, hi. That's really lucky. Like, really lucky. What? Yeah, just cooked bandages on the ground. I threw those off the mountain, like, 10 minutes ago? Like, I must have. So what? How? I guess gift horse and everything, but still. A wild coincidence. That's one hell of a coinky dink. You know? Okay.
What? Why are you apologizing? You're fine. Why would I have a problem with you being late? This isn't your job. You know that, right? You don't have to be here. It's fine if you are late to or even miss a stream. Like, you do not need to apologize.
Like, I'm not really making money off all this, so it's not like you're negatively impacting me or anything. Yeah, what Ami said. I appreciate you turning up, but I don't want my stream to be an obligation, you know? almost through your peak game, but you didn't. But you fucking didn't. I'm doing bad. Oh, shit. This ain't good. So both the poison and the fire would have to go down quite a bit in order for me to recover from this. It's not impossible, I don't think, but it's very unlikely. Yeah. Hey, what difficulty are you playing on? Is it Tenderfoot? Heart emoji. Descent 2. Oh, okay. You're not really beefing it up then. Uh-huh. Alright. Well, that looks like today's daily peak. I appreciate everyone who turned up. Thank you all for your viewership. And I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye.